This conference will now be recorded.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్
మనకి
అండి. గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. మీరు ఒక్కరే ఉన్నారు అలా పర్లేదు. షేరింగ్ అవుతుంది కదా.
షేరింగ్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే. నిన్న ఇదంతా అయిపోయింది కదా. ఇవాళ కర్సర్స్.
అవును. That's
ఓకే. ఓకే. Cursor is nothing but it's like a memory location. ఓకే. ఎలా అంటే రికార్డ్ అవుతుందా? రికార్డింగ్ అండ్ షేరింగ్. Two tests, body and header. In the header we have cursor name, parameters, blah blah blah. I will explain here. Cursor type. There are implicit cursors which has just select statement, explicit cursor. When we run select statement, it is nothing but implicit cursor. Explicit cursor means we have to create. It is predefined. Whenever we write any select statement, okay, the Oracle server implies or applies implicit cursor. And parameterized cursor. The next one is ref cursor. It is important. In the exam, in the interview, he will ask on ref cursor. Okay. For implicit cursor, no need to do anything. Whenever we execute select statement, automatically Oracle server creates implicit cursor. Cursor. Okay. What is the use of cursor is okay. Actually, whenever we in the PLSQL, if you observe, okay, when we write select statement, we store those values in the variables, right? Into variables, select into variables. But we can store only one value at a time. If you observe our previous programs, for example, here we select department number, department location, and we store into some variables. But here we can store only one variable at a time. Only one variable. For example, if you want to retrieve department number 10 information, it will give only only one row at a time. For example, department number 10, it will give only one row, right? Department number 10, accounting New York, it will give only one row value. For example, 30 department number, sales Chicago, only one row value. But if you want to retrieve many rows, means more than one rows, at that time we use cursors. Okay. The process of cursor is, first we have to declare the cursor, which type of cursor we are using. Next we have to open that cursor. Next fetch the records from cursor. And one by one record, one by one row. Fetch is nothing but retrieving. After that, close the cursor. Here it is a declaration. Cursor, cursor name. Here we have to write down select statement. Select statement. Okay. After that we have to open the cursor. Here we are calling. Fetching is nothing but here calling this cursor and that value stored in some variable. Okay. After that, at the end, we have to close the cursor. Here we have some attributes. Percentage found, true or false. Percentage not found. Percentage row count. Percentage is open. Okay. I will explain with one example. Here declaration cursor, cursor name is select statement. Example cursor, cursor name is select start from DEPT. If you see here, select start from DEPT means it will give 4 rows. It will give 4 rows. Okay. Next open the cursor. Next close the cursor. Here we have cursor loops like simple loop, while loop, for loop, same like that. Okay. Here if you see, it is a program, PLSQL program to select all employees details. Actually, in PLSQL, by select statement, we can get only one record, one employee information. But here is asking to find out all the employees information. First, it is a row type variable. Next, I am declaring one cursor, cursor, cursor name, select star from EMP. Next, begin. Open this C1 cursor. In C1 cursor, what we have? All the employees detail. All the employees detail. Here we have loop. Fetch C1 into E1. Fetch C1 into E1. It means first employee information. Okay, in the cursor, it has total 14 employees information, right? 14 employees information. It stores the cursor C1, it stores all the 14 employees information. Here what I am doing, I am fetching. Means it fetch the first employee information, which is nothing but Smith. Which is nothing but Smith. Okay. That value stored in E1. Okay. This E1, it will take only one value, one record, one row at a time. It will check the condition. What is the condition? C1 percentage not found. It means when this C1 is empty, when this C1 is empty, okay, it will exit. When this C1 is empty, it will exit. Okay, na? Here we have output line to print. It print E1, employee name, employee number and salary. After that, end the loop and we have to compulsory close the cursor. We have to open the cursor and we have to close the cursor. First cursor declaration, next open the cursor, next fetch the cursor value into some variable, next after at the end of that we have to close that. Exit when not found. Exit when not found means when the C1 is empty. C1 is nothing but like a basket. C1 is nothing but like basket. Okay. Here you see it will fetch all the 14 employees information in the C1 basket. Now fetch means first it will take the top row, the first row. What is the first row? Smith. After that, fetch means it will take and it will remove from C1. It will store in E1. Now in C1 we do not have Smith information, first record information or first row information. Now again it will fetch the second row, maybe Alain. That Alain's information in the E1 now. Again here at the third time, okay, fetch means it will take and it will remove from that cursor. Okay, and again it will take all the records and it stores in E1. Okay, at the end the basket is empty because if you remove one item every time the basket is empty. Okay, na? So that is the fetch. Only by using cursor we can display more than one record at a time. You see, you can print Smith, Allen, Ward, Miller, like that. Huh? What happened is, first the cursor C1 stores all this value. All this value. Hmm. All this value into C1. After that, when we are using this fetch C1, first the first record stores in E1 and it remove from cursor. Next second record, it fetch from C1 and it stored in E1. So next time also it will remove from C1. At the end, C1 is empty. At the end, C1 is empty. It exit when there is no row found. Percentage not found means there is no row, no record. You got it? That is about cursors. Okay, na? What the use of cursor is? We can display more than one record by using cursor in PLSQL. In PLSQL program. Okay, na? That's why here we have attributes, right? What are the attributes? Percentage found means still in that cursor do we have any record or not? Okay. In while loop we are using percentage found. In simple loop we are finding percentage not found. Okay, if you want to find out number of records, percentage row count. Percentage is open means still the cursor is open and we are not close that cursor. Why? Because compulsory we should close the cursor. Those are the attributes: percentage found, percentage not found, percentage is open, percentage row count. Okay. This is for all department details. Okay. I declare a variable of department row type. Next, I open one cursor, create a cursor C1. What is the select statement? Select star from DEPT. Here I do not have into variable, right? Next, open the cursor. Next, use the fetch. First, it will fetch the first row of the cursor into D1. It will check the condition. When not found, it exit. Okay, na? You see, 10th department, accounting, New York, 20 department, 40 department, like that. Okay. What the use of cursor is? We can fetch more than one record by using cursors. What is the criteria? First, declare the cursor, select statement. Next, open the cursor. Next, fetch the cursor. At the end, close the cursor. Write a program to select Salgrade details. See, okay. Here one variable for row type, table row type. Next, select Salgrade, open, fetch those values. Okay. In simple loop, we should use percentage not found. Okay, na? You see, this is sal grade, low salary, high salary. Mm. Write a PLSQL program to select all employee name all employee name and department name. It is from EMP table and it is from DEPT table, department table. Here we need two variables. Why? Because one is from EMP tables, ename column. Here we are using only percentage type, not percentage row type. And another variable for department name. Here the cursor. Here we are using joining condition. Cursor C1 select ename department name from inner join. In 9 joins we should use text okay, verbally. Inner join department on idi condition. Again fetch C1 into E1 comma D1. Okay, we should fetch the values into E1 comma D1. E1 is nothing but employee name, D1 is nothing but D name, department name. Again, in simple loop, we should use percentage not found. In while loop, we should use percentage found. Okay, na? Declare. You see, clerk, clerk. He's in accounting. King, he's in accounting department. Miller, Johns is in research. Ford, research, like that. It is a student result. Okay. If you have already student table, result table, okay, drop. Then simply we have create table, okay, and insert the student's name and create table. Okay, here it is a two variables. One is student row type, second one is result row type. Cursor select star from student, open, fetch into this variable, student variable. Okay, when it is found, then it will take the result. What is the result? Subject 1 plus subject 2 plus subject 3. S1, S2, S3 means subject values. Okay. Here it is a variable. What I said, it's a variable and it is also variable like E1. If you want to subject 1, we have to mention the variable name dot column name. Okay. What happened here? If you see here, if all the subjects are more than 40, then result is pass. Okay, otherwise result is fail. It will insert the result table automatically values. Okay, student number, total marks, average and result. Actually it is not there in my result table. You see here I don't have anything. First, if we have this, just do copy and do the things. See here in the student table I have 5 students, and in the result table I have no rows. You see, in the board exams it will happen like this only. In the students table I have 5 students information, but in the results table I do not have. So manually I have to check what is the AAA student subject 1 marks 90, 89, 78. So I have to add these 3 and divided by 3 and take the result and everything. Okay. Instead of that, if I execute this PLSQL program, you see what is this PLSQL program? It will add all the subject values and it will store in total. Why? Because Here in the result table, what we have? Student number, which is nothing but like hall ticket number, total marks, average, and result. It is my table, result table. Okay. Here, it automatically do the total of 3 marks and average and check whether it is a pass or not. If more than 40, then it is pass. Otherwise, fail. Afterwards, automatically it will insert those values. Insert those values. Student number, total, average, and result. Okay, for each student. Okay. What happened is first it fetch the cursor value into student. Okay. It means first it will take the AAA student information. Okay. And it will store in the std variable, std student variable. Okay, you got it. Next it will do all these things. Okay, declare it says just PLSQL procedure successfully completed because I'm not using any output statement. I'm just inserting the values. The inserting student number, total, average, and result. Now if you check result table, you see previously there are no rows in this result table. But after executing this PLSQL block, PLSQL program, you see it populates student number 101, total, average, and pass. You check student table. Yes, 101, 90 plus 89 plus 78. Yes, total is 257, right? And average is 86 and his pass. Here, this person, the third person, triple C, he got 20 marks in subject 1 and in subject 2 40, in subject 3 90. Even though he's got 19 S3, he's failed. Why? Because in subject 1 he's got less than 40. Okay, na? Here also, he is also failed. So this is how we can populate. In the results also, like in 10th class and intermediate, okay, they are doing the same like this. They just entered the marks, student number, student names, and marks only. Okay, rest is doing by this PLSQL block. You see, if there are 5 lakh students, if we have 5 lakh students in every year in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, in each state, nearly 5 lakh students appear for a 10th exam. Okay, so this is the algorithm or logic behind that. Just they enter the marks, subject wise marks, S1, S2, S3. The remaining the calculation and everything, it is done by any program, PLSQL program or Java program or anything. Okay, here I want like this. Triple A, what is the maximum marks? 90. Triple B, in which subject he's getting maximum marks? Okay, this is a program. We need 5 variables: name, hall ticket number, subject 1, subject 2, and subject 3. Okay. Here why I am taking S11 variable means in student table I already have subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Okay. Here what is the condition? If S11 greater than S12 and S11 greater than S13, which one is the maximum? 1. Else if S12 greater than S13. Okay. It means these two condition are false or any one condition is false, then we will check which one is greater, S12 or S13. If S12 is greater than, then maximum mark is S12, else S13. You got the point? First it will check these two condition. If two condition is true, it will say S11 is great. Else means S11 is not greater mark. Then it will check second subject and third subject. Okay. If it is also false, it means else S13 is a highest marks. Okay. Any doubt here? Okay. Triple A. Highest marks is 90. In subject 1 he got highest marks 90. In triple B, subject 2. In triple C, subject C 90. Triple D, again subject 3 90. In triple E, even though he failed, okay, in which subject he will get highest marks? Subject 2. Okay, this is assignment. Okay, first student name and what is the maximum mark and what is the minimum mark, average mark and total mark. I want like this. Okay, student maximum mark, minimum mark and average marks. This is assignment to employee. Employee name, employee number, basic pay, HRA, TA, travel allowance, MA, miscellaneous allowance, LIC. Okay. Here LIC is detectable. Okay. So what is the salary? Gross pay minus, okay, this one. Deduction is nothing but net pay. So add basic HRA, travel allowance and this one and deduct LIC amount. How can we calculate? Gross salary, basic plus HRA plus TA plus MA. What is net salary? Net salary means take home. Gross pay minus LIC. Here we have PF also. It is a deductible. Provident fund and some uh, what we call professional tax like that. Okay. In while loop, what happened? We are fetching the cursor value into variable. It fetch the first record. In while loop, cursor name percentage found. In simple loop, it is percentage not found. We are using percentage not found attribute. In while loop, we use percentage found. If percentage found is true, it means if one record exists, okay, then it will fetch and it will execute. Again, it will fetch. Now it will fetch the next record, second record. Okay. Write a program to select all student details from student table. Again, I need one variable. It is a row type. Cursor. Here no need to write down into. Okay. Here no need to write down into. Why? Because all that values stored in cursor. Cursor is nothing but it is a basket, bag. Okay. And we have to open the cursor. Here in the fetch, we have to store in that variable. Here it will fetch first record only, not all the record. Why? Because variable can hold only one value at a time. Variable can hold only one value at a time. Here in the while, what happened? we are using percentage found. We are using percentage found, and for display purpose we are using this one, e1 dot sname 10 space e1 dot snumber space e1 dot s1. Okay, because I'm facing from student. Okay, student table, it is not from emp table, it is a student table. After that again fetch c1 into e1, because here I'm using two fetch values, first one fetch and second one fetch. This fetch execute only one time, the first record. This fetch execute repeatedly until the condition is true. This fetch, which is in the loop, it execute continuously until the condition is true. Fetch c1 into e1. Okay, it will check the student number and first subject marks, not all subject. I need only first subject. If you want to write down, if you want to fetch subject 2 and subject 3 and total average and a result, you can fetch also that also. Okay, PLSQL to select department details, it is also same, no different. Okay, we have to open declare the cursor, which type of, open the cursor, fetch the values first time, and here loop repeatedly. Okay, next write a PLC to select all emp details from table using while loop. Also same, we need one variable of row type. Next, cursor, in the cursor we have to write down the select statement, open the cursor, first time fetch the values, if this condition is true enter into the loop. Okay, here I am using r pad, means right side, it's a patching 10 digits. Okay, salary and fetch, everything is same, just to do the execution. Okay, using cursor for loop it is different. When you are using for loop, when you are using for loop, it already declares one variable of percentage type, then no need of uh, declare a variable of percentage row type, like here in while loop we need to declare one variable of percentage row type, but when you are using for loop, okay, no need, implicitly it will create one variable. The cursor for loop can be used to process multiple records. There are two benefits with cursor for loop. What is the first one? No need to declare any variable with percentage row type. It also uses loop index. It has index. Index means for the fast searching, and no need to open a cursor. When you are using for loop means already it will open implicitly and read records, then closes the cursor automatically. Means open a cursor, fetch the records and close the records are not necessary in it. That is the main use of for loop. No need of declaring a variable with percentage row type, and no need to open cursor c1, fetch values and close values, close cursor c1, like that. Internally it will done everything. For record variable in cursor name, it is a loop. Write a PLSQL program to select all student details from student table. See here just I declare cursor. I am not declare any variable of percentage row type. Cursor C1 is select from student. Here for E1 in C1. You see, for E1 in C1. Record variable in cursor name. Here, instead of here declaring E1 percentage rotate, just we write down E1 in C1. So here internally it will declare that E1 is a percentage row type of student table. Okay. Now no need of open the cursor, no need of fetch the cursor, no need of close the cursor. Okay. Whenever you execute this for loop, automatically it open the cursor, it fetch the cursor, and it close the cursor also. After ending the loop, after ending this loop, the cursor will be closed automatically. Okay. It is a loop, right? It's a loop means it will retrieve one record simultaneously. One record, after second record, after third record, like that. No need of percentage found and percentage not found attribute. Okay. It will fetch one by one. It will fetch one by one. That is the use of for loop. You see, it will fetch automatically. Here I am just declare the cursor. Remaining rest is done by for loop. No need of declaring the variable percentage row type. No need of open the cursor. No need of fetch the cursor, and no need of the close cursor after the end of the loop. Okay, that is the main advantage of cursor. What is the main advantage? These two. No need of declaring variable and no need to open, fetch and close the cursor. Just we have to declare the cursor. Just we have to declare the cursor. Declaration. Remaining is done by for loop internally. That's why most of the like developers, software engineers, they go with the for loop. Write a program. Here also same thing. Open the cursor, like declare the cursor. Which type of cursor? In C1 cursor, what happened? It will store all the EMP tables record. All the EMP tables record in C1 cursor. It means it will store all the 14 employees information. Here for loop, for E1, here no need to declare. It stores all the C1 values in the E1, but one by one record by one record. Next, whenever you use loop, here it means E1 in C1 means it is the first record to last record. No need of mention lower boundary and upper boundary. For E1 in C1 means it will fetch all the records which are stored in the cursor into E1. Okay. It is a SAL grade about program using cursors. Okay. Hi Sangeeta. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Program using cursors. Employee number ENO. It is a variable name of EMP tables employee number column. Okay. Here I am using one cursor C1. In that, what is the select statement? Cursor is nothing but select statement only. Okay, it stores employee number, job, salary from where condition, which job you want. Okay, particularly we can store begin open fetch C1 value into employee name, JB means job and salary. Okay, salary because I'm retrieving only employee number which stores in ENO, employee name which stores in E name. Why I'm missing E means, okay, the variable name should not be same as column name. The variable name should not be same as column name. Here it is a job column we have in EMP table. Here it is a JB variable. SAL column. Here it is a SAL variable. Okay. Again it is a simple loop. Okay, exit when percentage not found. In simple loop, it is a percentage not found. In while loop, it is a percentage found. Okay, see here, for example. Ayyo. Job. Uh, Job mention like manager. You see, it will give like this. Employee number is 756. Employee name is John. His designation is manager. His salary is 3375. Again, employee number is 7698. Employee name is Blake. He is manager. His salary is 3450. Okay. Again, if I want clerk, clerk. You see, it will give the clerk information in our manner. Employee number is 7369. Employee name Smith. He is a clerk. His salary. Adams. His employee number is 786. He is a clerk and his job is and salary is 1500. Okay. Program using cursors. Row type variables. X. It is a EMP table row type. Increment. It is a salary type. Net. It is also salary type. Cursor. Cursor is nothing but just a select statement. Select star from EMP. So it stores all the EMP table information in C1. Why? Because in PLSQL, okay, the variable it hold only one value at a time. One value at a time. Okay. Fetch C1 into X. What is X here? EMP type row type. EMP table row type. When percentage not found, it means when the cursor is empty. Percentage not found means when the cursor is empty. Why it is empty means it fetches all the records into X variable, okay, for every loop, and it removes that row record from cursor. That's why at the end the cursor is empty. In any program, at the end the cursor is empty. Like when we go to the supermarket, first we take the basket. In that we have to keep all the things. Okay. When we reach to counter, we have to empty that basket. Okay. Same like that. Cursor is nothing but it will store all the values. Okay. When we fetch, it will remove all the records, all the values. At the end, the cursor is empty. Okay. Here the condition is if job is manager, we need to increase 400. If job is clerk, we need to 300. It is nothing but if else condition. If else, if else, if else. Okay. Here net salary, salary plus increment, update. Already we have update also. Here it will do the multiple updations. It will do the multiple updations. Okay. When we give the employee number, it will do the multiple updation. Why? Because it is a loop. All comes under the loops. So it will update those many times. When job is manager, when job is clerk, when job is salesman, it will execute those many statements, those many times, the update statements. Okay, you got it? The thing is, okay, cursors. These are the explicit cursors. It means we have to declare, we have to open, we have to fetch, and everything. It is the same for loop. What is the use of for loop? Cursor for loop. Here you see, no need to declare this variable. Automatically it will take. Okay, I dot ename. Here this cursor stores employee name, employee number and salary. I think already we have done this, right? Double update statement. How do we do salary grade table? Okay. For I in C1, it will increase the low salary to 200, high salary to 300. For every grade, for grade 1, for grade 2, for grade 3. It is about nested loop. Nested loop means repeatedly. Loop under a loop. Okay. For counter 1 in initial value, it will execute some statement. Again, we can do one more for loop. Okay. Here one example. See here. We have two cursors, C1 and C2. In C1 cursor, we have DEPT table. In C2 cursor, okay, is select employee name from EMP where department number is equal to D number. Okay, department number. Okay, which is nothing but here cursor. For I in C1 loop, employees in department, I dot department. What is I? Nothing but C1, which is nothing but DEPT table. Okay. Again, second for loop. It is the first for loop for department table. Okay. And it is for second for loop. Here we have J, like in the matrices in C language. Okay. It is for first cursor, cursor 1, and it is for second cursor. Okay. Where we have I dot department number. This value comes from here, I dot department number. For example, 10th department. It will execute 10th department information, employees information. Okay. Next, it will give the 20 department. Then it will execute 20th department employees information. That's why I'm using here variable name and data type. The first cursor, it will give the department. First 10th department, 20 department, 30 department, 40 department. The second cursor will give the name of that employee in 10th department, name of the employees in 20 department, like that. So here we have two for loops. This is called nested for loop. Okay. This will execute only when the first condition is true or it has some values. Okay, for example, you see, employees in department number 10. Who is that? Employee is Clark King Miller in 10th department. Employees in 20 department. Smith, John, Scott, Adams, Ford are in 20 department. Allen, Ward, these are in 30 department. In 40 department, still there are no employees are there. Okay. So this is about nested for loop. Here also see distinct job. It means job wise. Okay. The before program is according to department wise. Means in 10th department how many employees? In 20 department how many employees? Here it is a job wise. How many managers are there? How many clerks are there? Okay. There we are using department number as, a, as in parameter or argument. Here I am using varchar to j, which is nothing but job. Which is nothing but job. Okay. Here in the for loop, I am using I value, I variable in C1. Okay. So this value I dot j, it go to C2 cursor. C2 cursor. Okay. First assume it is a what it is manager. Okay. It will display all the managers. Next, salesman. So it will display all the salesmen like that. Okay. See here. Just understand the logic. Remaining are same. Job name clerks. Who are clerks? Smith, Adams, James, Miller. These are the clerks. Who are the salesmen? Allen, Ward, Martin, Turner. These are the salesmen. Okay. Next, nested loop. Same. Two cursors for two for loops. Okay. Who is the manager? Remaining are same. In the first one we have department number. In the second example we have job. Now it is a manager. Who are the managers? Okay. Employees in department number 7839. Ante this 7839 is nothing but manager for Johns, Blake and Clark. Okay. This 7782. Okay. Miller is the employee for this 7698. He is the manager, and Allen, Ward, Martin, Turner, James are workers or employees or team members. Assignment. List all year-wise EMP details using nested loop. Like in 1980, in 1981, in 1982, in 1983, like that. Okay. This is a query. Distinct year from EMP. So it will give the year. Why. 1980, 1981, like that. Okay. Here cursor C1 select year. Okay. Cursor 2. Which parameter we have to give? Year parameter in the cursor C2. Okay. It will store employee name or that particular year. Okay. You see, it is also same thing. Just logic is same. You see, in 1887, Scott and Adam joined. In 1980, Smith joined. In 1982, Miller joined. In 1981, Allen, okay, Ward, Jones, like that. Okay. Hey, completed. अर्थमैदामा कंप्लीट संगीता समझ में आया बेटा कर्सर्स कर्सर्स कर्सर्स
అర్థమైంది సార్.
okay cursor is nothing but to get more than one value because
మోర్ దెన్ వన్.
variable it cannot store more than one value. It stores only one value at a time. Okay. Tomorrow I will explain procedures.
రియల్ టైమ్ లో కూడా సేమ్ ఇలాగే ఉంటుందా సార్?
అంతే మొత్తం.
ఓకే.
Nothing but procedures, packages. Your duty is write down procedures, functions,
ఓకే.
packages, triggers, cursors, programs ఇవే.
మనకు
SQL పార్ట్
వర్క్
ఉంది
ఎలా
కదా.
అసైన్ చేస్తారు సార్ రియల్ టైమ్ లో?
రియల్ టైం ఏంటంటే ఏదైనా ప్రాజెక్ట్ కొత్త ప్రాజెక్ట్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్
ఓకే.
డౌన్ సమ్ ప్రొసీజర్స్, ఫంక్షన్స్ అకార్డింగ్ టు క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్.
ఓకే.
క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ బట్టి మనం ప్రొసీజర్స్ అవి రాయాలి. బట్ వీ హ్యావ్ ఏ టీమ్. సో టీంలో
ఓకే.
మీకు ఒక ప్రొసీజర్ రాయమనొచ్చు, ఇంకో మీ కొలిక్కి ఇంకో ఏదైనా వేరే ప్రొసీజర్ రాయమనొచ్చు.
ఓకే.
The concept is you have to understand the logic. Remaining are అంటే cursor how to open అదంతా it dealt with the software. We should not bother about that. We should bother about the logic. What should
ఓకే.
be the logic? లాజిక్ ఎలా ఉండాలి? వాట్ ఈస్ ద లాజిక్? ఓకేనమ్మా. అయ్యో వెళ్ళిపోయిందా అమ్మాయి?
ఓకే. ఎగ్జిట్ అయ్యింది.
ఓకే. సో రేపు మార్నింగ్ 7కి తీసుకోను, 11కి తీసుకుంటే బెటర్ కదా.
ఓకే, మీ ఇష్టం.
ఎందుకంటే 7 అంటే మరి ఎవరు రావట్లేదు. మొన్న సండే రోజు 11కి తీసుకున్నాను కదా.
అవును.
11కి తీసుకుంటే చాలా మంది వచ్చారు. ఇప్పుడు ఇది
ఓకే.
అయిపోయిందమ్మా సార్. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇంకా ప్రొసీజర్ ఉంది,
ఓకే.
ఎక్సెప్షన్, ఇది ప్యాకేజెస్, ఇదైతే లాస్ట్, ఇది డేటా వేర్ హౌస్.
ఓకే.
యాక్చువల్గా 25 క్లాసెస్లో అయిపోవాలి. ఇది లాస్ట్ సెషన్ 25 అంటే. అప్పుడు ఏంటంటే 1.5 అవర్ తీసుకుంటాను నేను, అండ్ ఆ
ఓకే.
ఫ్లోలో. ఓకే, సో ఇవన్నీ పంపిస్తాను
ఆ,
నేను మీకు. సో ఇంతే అమ్మా, మీకు మెయిన్గా ప్రొసీజర్, ఫంక్షన్స్. మీరు కావాలంటే మీరు ఒరాకిల్ డెవలపర్, పిఎల్సిక్వల్ డెవలపర్ నౌకరీలో చూడండి, జాబ్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ స్ట్రాంగ్
ఓకే.
నాలెడ్జ్ ఇన్ రైటింగ్ ప్రొసీజర్స్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ప్యాకేజ్ అని ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే.
స్ట్రాంగ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఇన్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ క్వైరీస్ అని ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే.
స్ట్రాంగ్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఆన్
ప్రొసీజర్స్
ఫిగర్స్.
రేపు చెప్తారు కదా.
రేపు చెప్తానమ్మా. ప్రొసీజర్ అంటే చూడండి, ఇప్పటివరకు నేను పిఎల్సిక్వల్ బ్లాక్ ఉంది కదా, దట్
అవును.
ఈస్ అన్నేమ్డ్. దానికి ఏమైనా నేమ్ ఉందో
ఓకే.
చూడండి. ఇట్ డజంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ
లేదు.
నేమ్, జస్ట్
అవును.
డిక్లేర్ తోని స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది కదా.
అవును.
ఇక్కడ ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ లైక్ దట్. క్రియేట్ ఆర్
ఓకే.
రిప్లేస్ ప్రొసీజర్ నేమ్. సో by this
ఓకే.
procedure name we store the all the coding part.
ఓకే.
Okay, for example ఇక్కడ create or replace procedure name arithmetic. What is the procedure name? Arithmetic. ఇందులో ఇదంతా
అర్థమైంది.
ఉంటుంది, a plus b, a minus b, ఇదంతా. Whenever you want,
ఓకే.
just call this procedure తోని కాల్ చేయండి విత్ పారామీటర్స్. మీకు మొత్తం వచ్చేస్తుంది ఇలా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్
ఓ-
ప్రొసీజర్ నేమ్, వాల్యూస్ ఇచ్చేయండి. అది ఇప్పటివరకు
ఓకే.
జరిగింది ఏంటి, జస్ట్ అనానమియస్. అంటే ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ దీనికి ఏమి పేరు ఊరు లేదు.
జస్ట్
ఇక్కడ చూడండి, డిక్లేర్ అని ఉంది, ఇంతే. ఇది
ఓకే.
కావాలంటే ఎవ్రీ టైం ఈ కోడ్ ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయాలి. అదే ఇక్కడ మీరు డిక్లేర్ కి పైన ఏదైనా ప్రొసీజర్ నేమ్ ఇస్తే నో నీడ్ టు రైట్ దట్ కోడ్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్.
ఓకే.
ఓకేనా, దట్ ఇస్ ద థింగ్. ఓకే,
ఓకే.
టుమారో 11 o'clock నేను మన దాంట్లో పెడతాను గ్రూప్ లో.
ఓకే.
అంటే
ఓకే.
మార్నింగ్ అయితే చాలా మంది రాలేదు. దేవుని దేవాల రేపు కంప్లీట్ చేసేద్దామమ్మా. ఒక 3 అవర్స్ అయినా,
ఓకే.
4 అవర్స్ అయినా.
ఓకే.
ఇంకెన్ని మిగిలిన మనకి? ఒకటి కర్సర్ అయిపోయింది,
కర్సర్ అయిపోయింది.
3,
ఎక్సెప్షన్.
4, 5, ఇది 6. సో రేపు చూద్దాం, రేపు కంప్లీట్ చేద్దామని అనుకుంటున్నా.
ఓకే.
లేకపోతే రేపు మార్నింగ్ 7 to 8 ఒకటి చెప్తాను,
ఓకే.
మళ్ళీ తర్వాత 11కి ఇంకోటి చెప్తాను.
ఓకే.
లెట్స్ సీ ఏమిందో. ఓకేనా, మళ్ళీ
ఓకే.
11 to 2 ఒకటి చెప్తాను, మళ్ళీ 3 to 5 అలా చెప్తాను.
ఓకే.
ఎందుకంటే రేపు కంప్లీట్ చేస్తే అయిపోతుంది అన్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు.
ఓకే.
ఇంకేమైనా మిగిలి ఉంటే నా యూట్యూబ్ లో నేను మీకు పెడతాను, చూడండి. ఓకేనా.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.